Dude, I'm
fucking up my own intro.
I'm hyped to get my name announced.
True. I need to reach down for the soundboard. This is gonna be. I gotta be reminded.
No.
I'm gonna clap for you. I'll clap with the thing.
I prefer for my name to be left off of things.
I can't clap because I only have the one hand because I have to run that. Welcome back to All the Marbles, everybody, where the stakes have never been higher. This week on the podcast, we've got Michael Keaton. We got. Sorry, Michael A. Keaton. Michael A. Keaton. Michael Douglas couldn't make it. We've also got Marshall Mason. Local comedian.
Your clapping track sounds like a waterfall.
It does sound more like a waterfall. I keep intending to put a new clap track on here. Because that's the one that comes with the pod track when you get it. It comes with a stock applause and a stock laugh. The laughter really sounds wrong. You hear this? And that's the loop.
It's a little terrifying.
It's so...
It sounds like the gas victims from the Burton Batman.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. But yeah. Yes.
All right.
This is all the yeah. We've done intros. We've done everything. No, we did. Shout out Dustin Slentz for being the world's smallest podcast guest. He's imperceptible. He's trying to reach the mic, and it's not going to happen.
He's not going to defend himself.
But we're going to shout him out anyways. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Fair.
We didn't even give him his applause.
This is important. What?
Should have given
sorry.
his applause.
Yeah. We've got.
Wonderful.
And Dustin Slentz.
I feel like we're gonna have a running gag.
Clapping along with it.
Every time it's like
every time there's a lull.
Every time it's a Slintz card, we're gonna be like Dustin Slintz.
Yeah. Anytime there's a lull, we'll be like, "What do you think, Dustin?" It'll be good.
And then you're gonna give him the applause break.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Or just the laughter, after the silence. We could.
Did everybody have a good 420?
Dude, I definitely did. I'm still reeling.
Hell yeah.
I'm still going.
Where the hell have you been?
Dude, let's talk about it.
I mean, we can. I've pretty much stopped writing. I'll have ideas and I'll write them down every now and then. But also, my car's kind of going out. I mean, I just got a lot of other things in life kind of going on. That's really it, though. Honestly, I'm trying to get back into school, pay off credit card debt. I'm moving out, gonna be in my own place. Gotta buy a car. There's just a lot of
giving up the dream, trying to be an adult.
Dude, I mean, I'm just trying to not
die.
Yeah, yeah. That's
a good goal.
Good way to put it.
Yeah.
I disagree.
What's a good way to put it, Keaton?
No. Just it's a terrible goal. It's just
to not die.
Yeah. So eventually, you're gonna lose anyways.
That's fair. As long as you have you just got to have a refresh on it. It's I don't want to die this month.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to ride a bicycle, but I'm trying to keep my jeans from getting stuck in the chain. You know what I mean? I want to have a good pair of jeans that aren't going to get stuck, and a good bicycle that's not going to stick my jeans.
Yeah, and a good chain.
What I mean? I want to just be chill for a minute, so that way I could ride my bicycle.
He wants to ride his bicycle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Gonna get one of those chainless bikes that you can only ride down a hill.
Dude, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. There's no uphill right now.
I want to get a bike that you can only ride up hills.
God.
That'd be.
That is a lot of gears.
I think that's what David Goggins tries to do. He's I'm only riding up. Fuck all you guys. And we have a Flintstone car too.
That's pretty good.
And when he gets to the top, he just ETs it.
Yeah. Just keep going up. Keep going up. You're not a hill. Keep going up. Keep going. That's no excuse. No hill, no excuse. Got to keep going, man. Shout out David Goggins. Come on the show. Don't. Okay. Hey, Marshall. The second coming of Christ happens. Would you buy in? Follow-up question, what would it take?
Probably not.
No?
And I would have to be they had divine powers and shit. And they would but if that was technically holographic, then I would probably take me first primary source witness or whatever, and then I probably would be And even then, like it would just have to keep on going. Yeah,
you would want like matter transmutation, like water to wine over like if you're walking on water, we know that plexiglass exists. I don't trust that.
It'd have to be like a puddle I made though. I'd be like, bro, I'm gonna make this puddle because I don't trust your.
It's my bottle of water.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let go of the bottle. I have to see it turn.
You just be like, in my hand, bro. Like make this shit turn into wine, and then I'd be like, okay, that was pretty crazy.
If we're buying into a poker game, then hell no. It's just like, I don't care if he's the son of God. There's no way he can pretend he doesn't know what the next card is.
He just always has more chips. The chips just don't. The stacks of,
Oh, it's like the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so is it my turn or are we going to go in that circle?
I think it is your turn, yeah.
All right. See, I do not know what the cards are, but that's okay.
That's the best case scenario.
All right. Definitely, I feel like I'm going to go with you, Taylor, on this one. On Planet A, everyone's 30% dumber, and you're a genius by comparison. On Planet B, everybody's 30% smarter, and you're an idiot by comparison. You stay the same. Which planet would you prefer to live on? Okay, so on one planet, you're way smarter, on one planet, you're way dumber, but everybody else is smarter, or vice versa. And which one do you want to live on?
Yeah, it says I stay the same. I stay the same.
I feel like you have the
I'm relatively
a little bit stoned. So.
I've just done it so many times. I'd tell you.
Yeah, no.
Let me get rid of the glare. Well, I think... if I'm staying the same, then I feel like I would want to live on the planet where people are smarter. Because that's going to be a way more comfortable place to live. If I'm living on a planet populated by people that are exclusively at least 30% dumber...
I mean, wouldn't that,
I'm a genius
qualify?
By comparison. That's so much responsibility. And, like...
that'd be like living...
We have bad roads now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I kind of feel like, technology is going to be way better, but everybody's going to be way more neurotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be refreshing.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
It's like everybody who's just like fucking like tight buttholes all the time.
Dude, I'm neurotic.
I know. Imagine if you had like 30% more
people
thoughts.
could relate to me, I stay the same. I'll be just as neurotic as I am now. Everyone else is just neurotic enough to not look at me weird as much of the time when
they're gonna be so much worse than you.
Good.
Good. That's sort of one of the things that comes with intelligence.
I get to look at them like they're weird.
So, stipulation to this question, I guess. Are we doing like 30% smarter for like humans or like in general?
Ooh.
Like, because if
30%
we were
smarter squirrels?
Well, like just 30% smarter, like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like the planet would be crazy.
Phones,
Well, I feel like if you were 30% smarter, you would be a whole different
Hell no.
genus or
That's
whatever.
scary. Although maybe they would...
Like if a dog was 30% smarter, it would be like, oh, now it's like a 13-year-old. So now it's like it has like an intense strategy, and like all animals and stuff do.
Yeah.
Think about all the times when you were trying to kill a fly in your place, and you were.
That fly would be fucking invincible.
The flies are using tools. That's terrifying.
Yeah, dude, they're setting up traps.
They're setting up traps. That's fun. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. I don't like that. I don't trust it. But if the humans are also smarter,
yeah, but you're not.
But I'm not. But
you're never gonna catch those flies.
Yeah, if we stay the same.
That's what the other people are for. That's what my smarter frog.
I don't want to have to call a guy to kill this fly.
You have to call a guy for everything.
The difference between me and you, Keaton. I want to call a guy for anything.
It's like I want to call a guy just for the company.
Yeah, I'm a renter. Yeah.
Oh my
solved it.
Okay, let's go with one of the homies.
Hell yeah.
Who will be the next president of the United States?
Next person. Is that what it?
Next president.
Okay.
Who's going to be the next person of the United States?
Next president.
That's going to happen in about 10 seconds. Hell yeah. I think it's. Are we doing the rotation?
No, so far I think only Taylor has been asked.
I've been asked a question. You've been asked a question. Oh yeah, but now it's Keaton's turn to ask. So there's no. Yeah.
Nobody has asked.
We've been asked
yet,
the same amount of questions.
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself questions.
No, you're asking one of us. We're just telling you that there's no consideration to be made for who hasn't been asked a question yet by you because
it's even.
Okay, Mason. I haven't heard you speak in a while.
All right. Who's the next president? Okay, fuck.
Liza Minnelli.
Eliza Minnelli?
No.
I'm not sure who that is.
Who's the next president of the NRA?
NRA. Dude.
Who was the last president of the NRA?
Who's the current president?
Yeah.
The last one I remember was Charlton Heston.
I think it'll be either Joe Biden or
Wasn't he?
Donald Trump.
I would believe you. It's one of the two.
One of the
right?
two, yeah.
It has to be, I think.
I really don't know at this stage. I think what month is it? April?
It's April.
Yeah, I think it's entirely a toss-up right now. I'm not gonna lie, but
what's happening?
if I were to guess, I would assume right now.
This is like the episode of Squid Game.
Yeah, it's kind of like it really feels like we've just been
we just gotten I think
thrown into an impromptu gladiatorial.
Yeah, one of us has to pick up the knife first out of like dominance or whatever. I don't know.
True.
I'm going with a spoon because it'll hurt more.
I think I'm gonna get fork, catcher, knife.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm taking Keaton's unused knife and my knife.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely lose.
I'm taking your unused spoon.
Episode title? I don't know. Taking your unused spoon. Let's go for a sad card. Actually, let's not go for a sad card. We're gonna. Well, because I was
now
gonna
you know
ask.
what the next
Yeah, now
card
you know
is.
what it is.
I know what the next light card is. I just don't have to draw from that. Okay, Keaton. Do you ever feel guilt or shame for romantically rejecting people who are interested in you?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's just awkward.
Yeah.
It's very
Do you compulsively feel guilt or shame in awkward situations?
yeah. Even on awkward situations, like I'm just a guilty person. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why. I'm also neurotic as hell.
Yeah. Do you ever feel guilt or shame for romantically rejecting people, Marshall?
No.
Really?
No, I mean I have a
Does it feel
girlfriend
good? Are you like, hell yeah, get the fuck out of here?
I'm more annoyed at anything that they're
Gotcha.
like approaching or anything, because now I have to be like, no, I don't know what I did to make you think that I want to be approached by you. So,
but it kind of feels like it's kind of the same as like when somebody gives you a gift that's like inappropriately like it's too big and you're just like I can't accept this.
Yeah.
Like
and they're like, no, but I want you to have it. And you're like, yeah, that's what I have a problem with.
yeah.
It's I'm grateful, but at the same time, like it's just it doesn't feel right.
See, I think I'm just like a little bit disrespectful enough in general to be like, or just like consciously kind of take the gift like poorly and be like, yeah, thanks. I kind of like I'm not gonna tell you or let it even be known that I think highly of your gift if I think it's useless. Like I think I'm good at rejecting.
So what you're saying is that
people. I think I'm decent at telling people no, but
you feel that people are useless to you.
No, definitely not. I don't like.
So like you're comfortable using them.
I don't like receiving things from other people.
That's the dichotomy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll help somebody out, but I don't like to receive. I mean, I feel like that's probably a bad position to put myself in.
There's another card about that no. We'll see if we get to it.
All right. Would you rather have accidentally killed someone or be a non-offending pedophile, Michael?
Non-offending pedophile.
Oh, interesting. Substandard answer. What's your rationale? Why?
Because I don't do shit that I want to do all the time. But like
more confident.
to take someone's life is like that's a very permanent thing that like
it's a party foul.
Well, yeah. But it's, I don't know like I don't understand like people's like great aversion to this. Like, do you have such little self-control that like you can't even fathom like like taking that hit?
Right. Yeah.
It's just like you don't want either, but like it's better to have not offended than to have committed the greatest offense against someone else.
You're just calculating harm reduction.
Pretty much.
Fewer people have been negatively impacted in the real outside world, regardless of my inner bullshit. Yeah. Valid.
I mean, that would be like it's like You don't just go ahead and try to diddle everybody who doesn't want to fuck you that you wanted to fuck, right? It's like, does it really matter the age?
Yeah. It's a good point. Man's got a point.
Thank you, Ani. I'm sorry.
Yes, we got it. Yeah. Special thanks to Ani for running craft services, being a great production manager.
I think I've seen this question before on a previous episode, and I was thinking about
seen all of these.
Yeah, I'm sure I might have seen. I don't remember more of them, but I think, would you rather have accidentally killed somebody? I was thinking, like, if you accidentally killed somebody, or like say you have a significant other and they told you,
so you
or like
slaughtered a man.
No. So say you accidentally killed somebody, would you turn yourself in? Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, okay, so say OJ did kill, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think poorly of him for saying he was not guilty. I just think poorly of him for having killed him in the first place, and me like making kind of the. If I've decided that he killed him, I'd be like, but like once he's on like this trial and he's like, no, I want to be free. I'm like, okay, well that makes sense. I see
I'm the opposite.
What about that makes you think it was an accident?
Oh no, I don't think it was an accident, Omar. I'm just using that as the example.
I would probably have been more okay if he had like stood by the choice. If he like waited and was like, you know what? Yeah, no.
Well then I just
fucking hated both of these people. Glad they're gone. You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm OJ. That would have been a more fun trial to tune into.
Ooh.
I think either way, in terms of that, like if he, I think it's funnier than just being like, no, I didn't do it.
Right.
Or if he
wasn't
was
me,
like,
man.
yeah,
what are you talking about?
I think that's. But if, I fucking did it. Definitely more kind of absurd though.
Yeah.
Kind of batshit, but maybe that's OJ. So.
Would have been a different book title instead of like it would just have been like "fuck them hoes" or something, you know? Like, it's just
He's like, I'm glad I did it.
Like Jeanette McCurdy's "I'm glad my mom's dead" book. It's the
If I did do it, no, never mind. I did it.
Yeah. If I hadn't done it, it's the
If I hadn't done it, this is where I would have been.
It's just a 200-page book about a nice evening in. And then the end he's like, but
I didn't know he was into wine tastings.
That's fun.
I solved her up.
We got
that. Taylor, what technology should not have been invented?
The written word? No. Technology. I don't think we ever really needed to enrich uranium, right? Like we could have gotten along without that. You just get really into solar. It's not as efficient, but it doesn't need to be. Okay, we just need to like pare down, conserve usage, work on really good batteries. We don't need nuclear technology.
What about fusion, dude? That's on the corner because of nuclear. Right?
It's really hard to maintain fusion reactions, right? Isn't that the whole problem with fusion reactions? Is they don't last long enough. They're really hard to. You need such a giant like isn't the sun technically a fusion reactor or something, or is the sun a giant fission reactor? I don't remember which.
Yeah, but we don't know where this is gonna end. I mean, because like, if we hadn't gone that route, like would we have gotten anywhere near as far as we have in quantum mechanics at this point? And we're still in the infancy of like those manipulations.
I'm okay with our phones and computers being a little more shitty. Okay,
yeah,
listen.
I think like medically, there's a lot more that's beneficial.
But it might be like saying like it's like we never should have sharpened rocks. It's just like like way fewer people would have died.
You can't accidentally kill an entire planet with sharpened rocks, Keaton.
Depends on how big you are.
Yeah, but there's no humans big enough to do that.
Accidentally killed a whole bunch of animals with sharpened rocks.
Pretty sure we did that on purpose.
Yeah, but I mean,
and on accident.
True.
I don't think. Yeah, it was
accidental driving to extinction. Yeah. I get it. I hear you. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, well, maybe I would have been the caveman saying, talking around the campfire, being like, "Why did we have to sharpen all these sticks?" You know, like as we read the cards that we printed out.
I can see you doing that. I can see you doing that now.
It's just like big cave guy.
She's like, how are we supposed to like roast these marshmallows? She's like, they're dangerous.
I'm okay with the marshmallows getting a little more fucked up as we shove them onto the blunt sticks.
This seems unnecessarily aggressive towards our food.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can't get consent from a marshmallow. That's all I'm saying. Marshall, if you could press a button and double the sex drive of all women on Earth, would you do it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, I don't give a fuck about the rest of y'all.
Okay.
And I'm not in. I don't really need. I don't have a need for more sex.
Fair.
I'm gonna
fair.
keep it a buck. And
He's got no complaints, guys.
I don't think Michael has any complaints.
Do I know?
I don't think Michael would have any complaints either. Like, he doesn't seem like he's dying for just girls to be generally like more wanting of men.
Fair.
This is a weird thing that people have been saying about me my entire life. And,
You just look content.
And I've never understood it.
You just look content. You have an aura of contentment about you.
That's just keeping the everything behind the walls. It's just keeping humanity at bay is all it is.
I think it's one of his like tactics to
Keaton has a vested interest in preserving his incel street cred.
See, I was gonna say kind of the opposite. Like, he just makes all these girls think like, I'm not deprived of any of you. I get whatever I want.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, oh, Keaton's clearly like that.
Then he gets to negotiate from a position of power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now we figured him out. Look out, ladies.
We did it, guys. We solved Michael Keaton. It only took us 4 episodes, 5 episodes.
I would just not understand like this level of like manipulation that people like seem to gravitate towards when it comes to sexuality. Like, I just don't get it.
That's actually a great question. I really haven't thought about it that much, but it is. Yeah, I mean,
What was the question?
It's all just motivating
well,
drives,
no, just
right?
like the kind of like you don't understand the manipulating behind like sexual drive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like so many people reduce it to like this weird concoction of manipulation and like transaction that is just beyond me. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's all just motivational drives. We're verbal processors and problem solvers, right? Like, so it's all just...
What is the problem?
The problem is you're not getting laid as much as you want to. Right?
I think the problem is that people would like in their imagination they think, oh, I have no idea who this person is. I have to like put up a front so that way I'm not like a weirdo or something.
I don't know why you would want
Bowerbirds.
I don't understand why you would want to have sex with that person. Like, just go jack off.
Which person?
No, I think it's the other way around in terms of, like, men.
Like if that is the conclusion is I need to get laid more.
Yeah.
Like if all it is sexual stimulation is like why do you need somebody else for that? It's like it's sort of like I don't understand the lack of emotional connection.
It's just more fun.
No, it's not.
I think,
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
yeah,
Valid.
Probably
Valid.
degrees to it in terms.
It's
of
probably
like,
less fun if you're having to manipulate and blah 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 blah. But
Yeah.
like you're seeming to put up this dichotomy where it's like, well, why isn't masturbation just more fun than sex? Like, is
Well, no. Like if all it is like the biological need for the sexual release, it's just like you have that like at your fingertips all the time.
sure,
maybe you
but
like-
like that's always going to be there. It's not that that's all that it is, but regardless of the rest of the confounding factors, that's still going to be there.
Or maybe like you like to you kind of like I had a baseball coach growing up who told me he's like, yeah, man, I've broken up a couple of friendships, just with like going through girls and things, and I'm like, I thought it was odd, but like he
That is
seemed
kinda odd.
prideful of the fact that he had that ability.
That is weird.
So I think there's maybe a sociopathic or narcissistic type of person out there who likes to do that. Or
Well,
maybe
that's
they're
also-
just like
I mean, like everybody has that ability. Like,
I can tell you right now, I do not have that ability to manipulate and string on 4 or 5 different people.
well, no. I mean,
It's an important thing to say to the
no, I mean
masses.
to break up relationships. I mean, it's
yeah.
I have a bad history of attracting married women that I do not care for.
No. Valid. Seems unmanageable.
It's not that hard to say no. I mean,
Right.
it's harder than it seems like it should be.
Yeah.
But it's still ultimately it's still an option that is within grasp.
Agree. We solved it, guys.
Did we?
I don't know. What was the question?
I
The
feel
original question was if you could press a button and double the sex drive of all women on Earth, would you do it? And Marshall
and then
said
we got
no.
into the
It's not that hard.
manipulation
Yeah, then
that
got
we
into-
do to acquire sex.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that was probably. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit real.
Yeah.
I see it out at the bars. So it's definitely.
Who asked the question? I don't.
I asked it. Of
Okay.
Marshall.
Oh, okay, so here we go. I will ask this. Had one. Fuck it. That way I don't have to answer.
Hell yeah.
All right. How would you raise a child differently from how your parents raised you, Michael? Never mind. Go ahead.
I I tend to be much less judgmental.
Okay.
Well, no, I was raised in a house where it's like our accomplishments were never celebrated. All the focus was only on where you failed and how to fix those failures.
Any kind of success was like, well, of course, you're
Right.
supposed to be doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's it was kind of emotionally abusive.
Stressful for sure, at the
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to never have any wins.
Yeah.
And to basically we were taught never to enjoy our accomplishments, which is not a way to live life.
Nope.
All right,
Valid.
Yeah.
What? I agree with what you're saying.
any extrapolations? How do you feel about that, Marshall?
I don't think I'm smart enough to answer this one.
Okay, how would you raise someone else's child differently than your parents would raise you?
Yeah.
Dude, I really try not to even think about children. Even having them, because I just don't want any in my
So
life
you wouldn't
currently
touch
right
the
now.
unoffending pedophile question. You don't have to answer
I don't
that.
remember the question off the top of my head. I'm trying to think back to it, but how would you raise a child differently from how your parents raised you? I would just say probably along the lines of you. Everything's about excellence, though. You have to just have all your shit teed away.
So you would lean into it rather than away from it.
No, I'd say that's how I was kind of just parodying you. In
Oh,
terms
gotcha.
Of how, I don't know if I think I would be more about yeah, you did a good job. I feel like I'll probably just have more conversations. I guess I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, dude. I was a middle child, so I feel like my parents were there was definitely a jump between me and my older brothers and my little brother. It was one of them was always in trouble or vice versa.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of good. So I feel
See,
in terms of that, that's why I'm I don't feel like they didn't maybe just have more engagement, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably an emotional engagement, so that way I know I think better.
Thank you.
I guess have more strategy in my head to go about things versus my
I don't want to
older,
give anybody the wrong impression either. It was that was one of the few shortcomings. I had great parents growing up.
Do you want to pass one of those to Marshall? Keaton, I appreciate you. Thank you, Ani.
Ani.
It was so focused on advancing yourself as a person.
Yeah.
That you just you never learn to enjoy things. But beyond that, it's my parents were incredibly honest and
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I had anything bad. That's I feel why I kind of struggle with this question. I'd just say anything yeah,
Where you
me-
land on circumcision? No.
Me? Oh, dude, definitely cutting my kid's cock.
Nice.
No question.
This is one. Yeah, I am upset that I was circumcised.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Dude, what? See, dude, I couldn't. I wouldn't put in the time to clean my cock. I know I wouldn't. I take a shower and
Yes,
yeah,
but
I guess
my parents focused on excellence.
Well, dude, I don't even.
It's
I don't even do the little thing in my ears. Do you guys wash
I don't
inside
do
your
that.
ears?
I watch like not like the actual hole in your ears. Like I'll make sure that like I do that. But
yeah, I mean I sometimes do it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that.
I'm not going in with a Q-tip though. I don't enjoy that. I don't understand the people that like enjoy Q-tips.
You're not supposed to do that, but like I've had so many jobs where like I've had to wear earplugs for most of my life, and you get that sebum build up.
Yeah.
So you have to clean them out regularly.
I had a job where I was supposed to be wearing earplugs, and I just didn't wear them because I hated earplugs.
Dude, when I was at the mattress factory, like there was so much fuzz in the air, like I ended up having to go in because I had some kind of a infection or whatnot, and like the nurse was looking in, and was like, "You've got something in here," and like she pulled out a fucking like a marble size. Well, no, like it was like a rock, but that's what it was like impacted just like mattress fuzz.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, because every day, like I would take earplugs in and out all day,
Were you
every
like
day.
Experiencing hearing loss or something from that, or?
I can't remember exactly what it was. Like it seemed like I was having like some kind of like ear infection or something, but it wasn't an infection.
Okay. So you're having pain in like you're probably having pain in your ear, and then you went in for something. And they're like, yeah, we found this like flint-sized.
Oh no! I think I got sick, and like they were checking for fluid, and they're just like, you have an obstruction here.
Wow.
Like it was so long ago, like it's hard to remember exactly what I went in for. But I remember it was something that was totally unrelated, and it was just they were just checking my ears, and she was just like, "You got something in here."
You ever just end up at the ear doctor and they find something weird sometimes?
But yeah, like it was just like it was a marble of just compacted mattress fuzz from earplugs going in.
Did you string it out?
No.
Straight in the trash.
And this is like I clean my ears all the time, but it was
because it just
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it was probably like kind of how our intestines are, like just all super compact, but you could probably pull it out, but.
Mattress fuzz.
Yeah.
But mattress fuzz.
All right. Whose card is it? Mine.
Your card.
Okay, let's go with the piss question.
Hey. Personal cards.
Let's see. Mason, I just want to hear you talk, man. It's been so long.
There we go.
Like, what is the best advice you've received, and why did you need it?
Everyone tune in to Marshall's ASMR podcast that he's launching.
Dude, the best advice that I've received is probably, well, I'll say two things. One, money doesn't make you happy, and then two, don't search for like happiness, just search for like an inner peace, kind of. And those are probably my two. I think the second one's probably way better. Like, don't search for that happiness. I feel like it's very fleeting. Like, I've definitely had moments and weeks in my life where I've been happy.
I feel like inner peace is fleeting.
Yeah, but I feel like really just kind of maintaining it is like it really just ends up being like a lifestyle.
That was a quote, one of the like those cringe quotes, but one that I actually kind of liked that I heard once was that true suffering is the struggle to maintain happiness, and it's like that's kind of fun.
I mean, I've definitely had moments in my life, you know, maybe not sober, where I was like, every time I fucking want something, it causes me to like stir in my head, and I would just if I could just like sit down and fucking hang out, then I would be happy in a sense, or just peaceful, and that feels a lot better than just constantly fucking searching for something. Yeah,
isn't that just the basis for all Eastern philosophy?
Yeah, a lot of it.
I think so. I don't know.
Subversion of desire and stuff.
Yeah, but
you gotta know something.
That's my advice.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
join your local Buddhist temple, people.
I feel like maybe you have some pretty good advice. You're a little bit older. I'm 23, so
yeah. But like young advice that I'm giving, or like advice that I received.
Kind of. That's. I mean, in terms of advice, I feel like hopefully it's like a passed on thing.
Where your ear
like if I had to give you advice, Mason, I would say even though you're circumcised, clean your dick.
You got to get in there with a Q-tip. No.
And why did you need it? If you have to ask.
All right, so.
That's one of my favorite things to just say. If you have to ask. I'm just going to go through these cards. Keaton. If you tried, could you list the names of everyone you've had sex with?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends.
On what?
If they're married right now, why not?
Actually, like
For legal reasons, I cannot.
It's possible, but questionable. Just because, like, there are stories I have, like incredible stories, but the names I've forgotten.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Like, you know, like, can I name every person I cared about? Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. What's your ratio of care to encounter?
I generally try not to sleep with people I don't care about.
Gotcha.
So, like, there's a few, and like I got over that pretty fast.
Fair. Fair enough. That's a good ratio.
Taylor, what are the signs that someone understands you uniquely?
Uniquely. What are the signs that someone understands you uniquely? That they don't compliment me. No. Yeah, probably I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, a sign that someone understands you uniquely. Like, what do you mean by uniquely
That's
understanding?
exactly what I'm thinking. What is understands you uniquely? Because, like, okay, they understand you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's already a fucking jump. You mean uniquely, dude? That's like, who understands you uniquely? I feel like,
They like ask you out for sushi.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
my girlfriend would understand me, and my mom understands me uniquely. I mean, if you're like a younger person, I mean, maybe that's not my case in life right now. I'm just saying, like, if you're like a
What are some
17-year-old
behaviors that they have in common?
yeah, if,
that
like
could be...
if you spend 6 months with somebody, they don't understand you. But then somebody you like understands you uniquely would be like probably in your inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've been in a workplace for a long time, you know, or just like you have a friend. If you have a friend group though, that maybe you've had for years, maybe they understand you uniquely.
They get you the good birthday present. They get you the good birthday present because they know. Or they don't get you a birthday
There you
present.
go. Yeah, absolutely. They don't get you.
They
a
don't
birthday
even
present.
acknowledge it's your birthday.
Yeah, maybe
And then
that.
afterwards, they just say, "Oh, hey, you're older, you old fuck," and you're like, "I like this person."
Yeah, or maybe they just like call you and say like,
Yeah.
"Dude, I can't believe you survived. I know that you're an absolute dumbass. It's just another year of luck for you."
Have you been speaking to my father?
That's pretty good. That's good. I think that's all I have to say about that.
So yeah, I drew the last one, but you know what?
Oh, really?
Did
Yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah.
So I just think.
I like this one. Damn it! I feel like I should have. No, that's okay. It's a good one for the both of us.
Marshall.
I'm ready. You just want me to answer like I already know the question?
Have you ever dated someone who you felt was below your standards?
Okay, so before we say date, I mean, whenever I'm gonna be real. I've only been in like one relationship.
Okay.
So like realistically, I mean, I'm.
So this will be a
23,
fun question
And
for
I've
you.
been in one relationship.
She is waiting with bated breath.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was in like high school, middle school. So but I'm gonna answer on those ones because I don't think she's below my
Okay.
standards as of my girlfriend now. But so in high school, I dated a girl, but then afterwards I was like I just had goggles. Like I think I was just like way too attracted to her, and like now I'm not. So I think. And like
Gotcha.
then, and once like that postpartum, I guess.
Yeah.
After
You're like,
I had that,
they didn't
baby,
even understand me
thought, you know?
uniquely. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I don't even really like this person. I don't know what was going through my head.
Yeah.
I probably just caught a crush. So
They haven't even seen Star Wars.
yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, I will say, the one thing like I remember, like, cause I feel like scents stick with me. I guess like if sometimes I walk by like grass, sometimes I'll be like, it smells like her perfume, and it's like
Interesting.
weird. But
Smelled like grass.
It wasn't grass though. It was like grass, but like wet kind of. So I don't know. But and then whenever I was in the 6th grade, most girls weren't like kissing and stuff. So the only girls that I was able to kiss were definitely below my standards.
Gotcha.
Dude, the perfume thing like fucking sticks with me because like I had somebody fucking like wipe some of her fucking like her solid perfume on like right next to my fucking bed.
Oh yeah, so like it just never goes away.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get. And it's weird because like a scent will stick with you.
That's a power move.
You won't even like. It's like it'll just like trigger a memory, or if like somebody says a certain word and then it triggers a certain memory you have, you know. And so like if the scent is common enough, like fucking wet grass, and you're like, ugh, no, I don't really give a fuck anymore. It's just like it's a memory I have. But
interesting.
Yeah, I mean life does go on.
It's a thing it does. The wheel turns. Keaton, if you could ask the universe one question and get the truth, what would you want to know?
It's hard to top my last answer to this. I'm like, where are all the planets?
Right now. Where are you're going to be there for so long. The universe is just going to be... It's like, okay, motherfucker, you asked for this. It just starts listing off coordinates one after another.
Gee, I mean, that'd be like a...
You're never done either.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It has to refresh by the time they're all moving.
It would just keep going, like, until...
They're just, like, in space.
Yeah, just... What did it just say, like, one little sentence
what a
that makes
cheeky
no sense
universe.
I want this over here.
Well, they're already only giving you one question. What, you think they're not?
All right, Michael, what advice would you give your teenage self? What would you like to hear their opinions on?
Don't take up music.
Why?
Oh, it ruined my life. Like,
how?
Like, I spent a good 10 years where I didn't hardly think about anything else. And, like, now I can't even use it.
Okay. And you wouldn't regret losing those experiences?
No. Because, like, I was obsessive, and, like, I basically, like, I lost a huge chunk of my life. Like, it was, like, I didn't socialize very well. And, like, most of the people who I socialized with, like, you know, like, the reason we were hanging out is just because I spent all my time doing music.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because, like, I wasn't, like, connecting with people. It was just like, oh, we can make music together. And it was just like, so, like, I lived this really sort of, like, you know, it's like the dudes who, like, you know, delve into comics and never come out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but it was the same thing, except for, like, I delved into theory and music history, and like I went off the deep end and didn't come out until I was an adult.
Interesting. How many years?
Like I played for, well, it was probably closer to 20 years. Like I'd given it up at 17, after 17 years, and like some guys asked me to come back, and like I did that for a while, and then I eventually, like, I ended up having to give it up. I'm just like, yeah, my hands are too far gone. I can't play anymore.
Fair. Huh. What would you like to hear your teenage self's opinions on?
Not a goddamn thing.
Not even just to cringe at him one more time?
No.
Not even just as a refresher of how dumb you really were? Like,
no, I got a pretty good idea.
Okay. Fair enough. What's your where does your train of memory come online? How old are you, like, when you first, like, have a decent thread of memory? Not like your earliest memories ever, but like how far back does your, like, general narrative go?
That's a hard question.
No, it's like I've got a pretty good grasp from in between 3 and 4 on.
Okay, yeah, I come online around 4.
It's like, you know, I have memories from, like, you know, when I was 2.
Yeah, but they're very disjointed for me. Like,
yeah,
very instantial.
Like, yeah, almost all of my memories, I would say, are just. I mean, if I really thought about it, I could probably pick up a date or whatever. But like, if I have a memory, I'll just be like, oh, that was like around that time.
All right.
I was like in the 7th grade or something. Or,
Well, I kind of have
I have no idea.
I have a pretty severe time blindness, so it's like I don't like my memories aren't linear.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like I have memories from that point on in my life, but like, you know, it's like I can't, like it's hard for me to imagine them sequentially. Like I can remember where I was, because like, you know, if I can remember, because usually like I'll remember what grade I was in, and it's just like, oh, it's like I went into kindergarten in 1990, so it's like, you know, it's like, oh, if it happened when I was in 8th grade, it's just like, oh, it was 98. If it happened when I was in,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No opinions, really? None of your teenage opinions you would stand behind? Or want to hear? Like, what about, okay, so is there anything in the current era that you would be curious to know your teenage self's perspectives on now?
Well, the thing is, like, I'm pretty, like, if you were to ask me what my opinion of certain things were at the time, I could probably tell you. Like, I remember most of my opinions.
No, but like, what do you think your teenage self would think about the new Taylor Swift album?
My teenage self, it would be, like, I haven't heard it. Like, okay. I would give it a go, but I would imagine it would probably be too poppy for me.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, depending on like what era, like you're speaking in, like.
What era of Taylor Swift?
No, because like my teenage self, like, you know, that's, you know, like you've got a span of years, like, you know, 13 to 19. It's like I was very different at 13.
Let's say you've got 3 of them. You've got 3 of them. You have yourself at 13, yourself at 15, and yourself at 19.
Okay.
They all walk into a bar. No. The bar gets shut down.
Okay, like what opinion are you wanting? I'll spit it out.
Okay. We get to ask 13, 15, and 19-year-old Michael Keaton things. Who's going to be the next president of the United States?
At 13, I would not have cared.
Okay.
At 15, I also would not have cared. And at 19, I would have assumed that it probably would have been another Republican.
Gotcha.
Because I was very, like, that was about the time, like, that was right after all the shenanigans with Bush went down after he got reelected, and it was just like I was very, like
they'll just vote for anyone red.
Well, no, that was like, I did not care one way or another before that, and it was like, I actively avoided politics up until Bush's reelection. And so, like, after that, like Bush had fucked up so phenomenally in his first term that, like, I was just like, yeah, there's no way they're reelecting this clown. Like, as somebody who actively avoids any sort of politics at all, it's like, yeah, obviously, like, he fucked up so bad. And then when he got reelected, it's like, yeah, there's no way there weren't shenanigans going on.
Yeah, fair. Val, you have anything you want to ask 13, 15, and 19-year-old Michael Keaton, Marshall?
I'm trying to think about, like, what a 19 is probably... Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm putting years together here.
If you could press a button that would double the sex drive of all women on the planet. No.
So, 15-year-old Keaton.
Anyways, that question. 13, yes. 15, no. 19, absolutely.
Nice. You really had an arc. You had a character arc that happened in your teens. Really developed.
Okay, I'm gonna do 15. Michael Keaton. Do you know Al Gore and do you care about him?
Personally, no.
You never played poker with Al Gore when you were 15?
I thought Al Gore
Could have
was
sworn.
Like, if I'm remembering correctly, I thought Al Gore was funny because he didn't know how to spell potato.
Wait, was that a thing? Was that a moment in time where he misspelled potato?
Yeah.
Did he spell it with an E at the end or something? What?
Yes.
Okay. Honest mistake. Could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Fake farmer.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Doesn't even care about the environment. Can't tell what to do.
Well, I was also like a huge I've always been a huge comedy fan, and like I remember Bill Hicks had a whole bit about it where he was just like turning Al Gore into a fucking demon. And he was just like, yeah, I'll spell potato anywhere I want.
Hell yeah.
Any other questions?
If you could be a dog, what breed of dog would you want to be?
13, I would probably say a Rottweiler. 15, probably same. 19, I probably would have chosen a small breed. Just because, like, they tend to get left outside less.
Do you have any getting left outside related trauma between the age of 15 and 19?
Well, no, like, as I got older, I would just see how people treated their pets.
Gotcha.
Like, I knew more outside dogs by that point in my time.
Yeah. Interesting.
Damn. I mean, you have a dog now?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a dog?
No.
Nah.
Okay. Well, I mean, no,
This is an interesting thought experiment. It's like I didn't like it. It's like, yeah, I really do. Like I'm pretty confident. I know myself pretty well at these
That's
ages.
fun. That's cool. Well, we gotta start doing cards with that then. You want to pull a card, and if we ask Keaton, we'll have to specify what age.
I don't want to keep doing it. This will get exhausting.
That's such a weird progression. That was an instant progression from this is fun to I never said I wanted to keep doing it. It must be wild getting consent from you.
It is. It really is. It absolutely is. It's a problem.
I don't know why I bother.
Takes me a while to warm up.
All right. This one fucking sucks. I don't know.
Shout out to Maggie Harris for writing the cards.
All right. We'll do Michael. When and how do you think your parents are going to die? Will you be sad?
Ooh.
Probably mid to late 70s. One will probably be spiral into dementia and then just a breakdown. The other will probably be like lung cancer. And yeah, like I'll be devastated.
Valid. Makes sense.
I agree with that answer.
So if you were asked at 13.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
I would have assumed that they both would have died of lung cancer.
Gotcha.
But like I've seen like, how they're.
Would you assume you would be sad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Like I've never like not loved my parents.
Hell yeah, dude. You heard it here first, folks. I think it's your card, King.
Oh, my turn? All right.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good pile over there.
The yellow ones?
No, this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it would be useless asking Marshall this.
Okay.
So, Taylor, which celebrity might actually make a good politician? Unless Marshall feels like he would have a... Like, would this be
I got a good one.
Let's go.
Okay. Denzel Washington.
Ah.
I feel like he could do it.
Is it just because his name is Washington?
Fuck. I don't know. I feel like he could do politician speak. Like he could pull that shit off. I mean, I think he would need like an insane backing of like.
Oh yeah,
so
he could
people.
read a hell of a speech.
Oh yeah, that's. I feel like he could definitely pull some numbers.
I think
just
Al Gore.
doing some campaigning. Oh, that's,
I think Al Gore would make a good, decent politician. Good celebrity, probably make a decent politician.
You would think, but I don't think it would work out.
Yeah. Noam Chomsky. No.
Noam Chomsky would have been an excellent politician.
Right? That's why he never was.
I know.
Dude, 15-year-old me would have voted for Kanye.
Dude, Noam Chomsky.
Dude,
Noam
yeah,
Chomsky would have gotten assassinated so fast.
True.
Kanye. What do you think would be great about Kanye?
Oh, dude, just
or were you just being glib?
I was being 15, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was. Yeah. I think that's what. I mean, why do we think like 15-year-olds? Why did they just take up contrarian or just teenagers?
Yeah. Why did we give them the vote?
Yeah. Why do they just take up contrarian? Yeah. I think it's probably. I mean, me personally, probably like in general apathy. Towards just the world. Like, I don't care. Kanye, fuck it.
Yeah.
He's a musical artist. We don't need politicians. But, life goes on and you have to quit dreaming in terms of being fucking Kanye. I mean, I wish he could have done it, dude.
No, I don't think Kanye is done dreaming about being Kanye.
No, I mean like him being president though. I mean, if he wanted to do it, bro, I mean, I would support him. I don't know if I'd vote him, but I would definitely be like Kanye.
I would want the spectacle of the campaign.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd vote for
there
it.
You go,
but
there
I want the campaign to be happening.
I feel like that's honestly every time
I just want him to be running.
Before he drops an album, that's my favorite Kanye.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That's when Kanye's best.
He like announces his album drop for like election night, but only if he wins. I just like the idea of the Chomsky campaign slogan being, "If voting were powerful, it'd be illegal," and then they just go for it. Like, but do it, but show up, but just know, but also we're running, but just know your vote.
Yeah. No kidding.
It would just be funny. Let's keep going with these cards. Okay. Marshall. Assign a most likely to all players at the table, including yourself.
Most likely to?
Yeah. Like a high school yearbook thing.
Okay, so if it's like a high school yearbook, I'm gonna keep it clean then.
Well, you don't have to.
Oh, well.
Like a college yearbook thing.
Okay. Taylor, I feel like most likely to get a skull tattoo.
Skull tattoo.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Michael over here, I think most likely to have 2 wives.
Like at the same time?
Yes. But like them, that's their thing. Like, I don't know, like sister wives or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, throuple.
Yeah,
big throuple energy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he can maintain it because he seems so calm.
He's just so chill.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get the consent.
Well, that's why there need to be 2 of them to get it out of you. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I would shoot myself so fast.
That's why there's 2 of them to keep you from the guns, you know? Okay, what's yours?
Me,
it says including yourself. Most likely to...
Oh, fuck. All right.
To accidentally let slip that he thinks his girlfriend is below his standards. No.
I don't know. Fuck. Most likely to.
Most likely to fuck.
Ah!
Probably true, actually.
I feel like...
I mean, you're the only one of us who's in a stable relationship right now.
True.
Dude, I feel like when it comes to me being on the spot, like I'm bad at being introspective on the spot, most likely, or like well, not even introspective, but like introspective from like other people, if that makes sense. From like what do other people think about me versus like I think I can think about what I think about myself, but fuck, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what other people think about me. But I feel like that's how you should definitely answer here. I'd say probably most likely to like go missing or some shit like that.
As you just did, not so long ago in the comedy scene.
Yeah. I would like. Do you have very much experience with psychedelics?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, see, I was.
He just wondered. He just wanted to know.
Well, no, it's like if you didn't, I could see you like easily being the most likely to go missing your first time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Did you go missing your first time?
My first time. No.
Gotcha.
Second time, let me think about the second time. No. I don't think I ever went missing.
Nice.
The third time though, he ended up like curling up in the fetal position in a window well somewhere.
Runaway was just playing on loop.
There's one time
Somebody's cleaning out their basement. They're like, "Is there a troll? Why does it look like somebody packed a ham in here?"
One time I went to an aquarium, but like we had just taken the mushrooms when we showed up to the aquarium. There was like a bunch of families there, and I was like, I don't want to be on mushrooms, like around this.
Yeah.
So then we left, and that sucked.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I feel like being in an aquarium on mushrooms would be really amazing, but
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it absolutely would. Dude, the jellyfish tank at the Omaha Zoo? Hell yeah.
The jellyfish, absolutely. But one, it would depend on the aquarium because I don't know. The only aquarium that I've been to recently is the aquarium that's at Crown Center, I think, and like it's got like the most stressed out octopus in the world in like a little enclosure, and like I wasn't even high, and I just felt awful looking at that, and like if I was on mushrooms and like seeing all the kids with their faces up against the glass, like knocking on the thing to try to get this octopus's attention that's just crammed as deep inside of this little log that's its only privacy as it can get, and it's just I don't know, I'd kill myself.
I don't have the respect for fish that you clearly do.
I don't respect fish, but like eels and octopi.
He means
mollusks.
the band.
Dude, anything that lives in the water.
Dude, Susan's House, good song. We have hello. Yes. Cool. Oh yeah. Special thanks to Ani, our production manager, for running craft services.
Thank you.
Giving us edible matter that looks very much like it has gold plated things on it, but it doesn't.
Damn. No,
Yeah, feel free. It's very good. But where was I? Yeah. You're not really into the invertebrates and mollusks and the cuttlefish?
To me, they're like the lowest form of life, definitely. Like below bacteria.
Octopi are really smart,
well,
dude.
like, yeah, but they're like lonely. Like, they don't do squad stuff.
They're solitary.
They don't do that. Yeah, like
I'm gonna go with larpers.
I don't like if you're
hunters.
See, you either have to you gotta be
lonely.
like even lions do groups. You gotta have like group strategy. You can't be a loner. Like if you're a loner.
What about tigers?
I mean, yeah, they're cool,
There's some
but
groups
that's why
of
like
tigers,
lions
or like leopards.
Lions, I think, are like a group of lions could take on a tiger.
I always felt like lions were the lamest of the big cats.
Yeah, but to me, like strategy says clearly smarter.
Have you ever seen a bobcat?
Bobcats are pretty cool. What are you talking about?
Well, what do you mean by lame?
They just.
Oh, I thought you meant physically.
Lazy.
I was just like,
no. No, lions are pretty badass physically, but like just like socially, like they just hang out and have pissing contests over who gets to lead the tribe. Like it's like Survivor every day. They have the tribal councils and they beat each other in the face and try to whatever. And it's like, oh, hyenas, we all got to work together for a little while until all the hyenas are gone again, and then we can argue about who's in charge more. Like, I don't know. I like the jaguars, man. You see the videos of the jaguar that like dives into the river and comes out with a dead crocodile? Like, dude, that's pretty great.
Well, here's the thing with like loner animals. Like loner animals, they're so limited to like their like power even on the animal scale because like yeah, you could kill one big thing eventually every now and then or whatever. But like once you start putting the strategy in, like that's whenever you start really rising up the food chain. Like a sea turtle is a loner. Okay, is a sea turtle ever gonna do any damage to anybody or anything, or is it ever gonna like?
Why would they want to?
I disagree. Like,
dude,
because a lot of loner animals are venomous.
True. A lot of snakes,
spiders.
Yeah. Brown recluse.
There's literally a recluse.
Like the Batman of spiders.
You know that they found a new species of recluse that's traveling north from Central America.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like it's a brand new species. Never
survive
caught
for even more years without food or water.
And I saw the pictures of it. I'm just like, that's just another recluse. Like it looks the same. It's just slightly it's just slightly lighter.
Nice. Even more imperceptible on the sheets. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've been bitten a number of times by brown recluse. Like I've been bitten probably 3 or 4 times.
That's gonna be a hassle.
Well, no, it was always a dry bite.
Oh.
Like I've never been bitten, like because normally like because they're a hunting spider, like they only envenomate whenever whenever they fear for their lives.
Yeah.
So it's whenever like you do anything to try to crush them, like they'll envenomate you because it's like their last defense.
Yeah.
They want to hold on to those resources. So if it's like a warning, like they just sort of stick you. And
Gotcha.
Go. So like I've been like every time I've been bit, it was always a dry bite because I wasn't like trying to crush them. I would just like look over and just like, it was just letting me know that it was on my arm.
That's terrifying.
Kind of. But like like once you get used to it, like I've spent so much time in places where there were like infestations, like you just get used to it.
Yeah, I got really used to it as a kid. Grew up in a house that had like woods right next to it and a creek, and so you'd have a lot of brown recluses trying to get in every winter and spring, and like you get used to them being around, but like. And I never got like bit. I had been bit by spiders that I never like quite identified. And I probably haven't, I guess, because I didn't know about the difference between the dry and the wet bites for recluses. So looking back, I probably did get bit a couple times. But like they still freak you out because like you just hear that like this is.
Once I was painting the shed for my grandfather, and like I told him, it was just like, yeah, it's like out in the rocks. Like I've never seen this many like female recluses in my life. And he was like, and he told me that's not what those are. And I was just like, I didn't want to argue with him, but it was like 2 things. It's like, you're blind and I'm an adult. It's like, it's not the first time I've been around. Like, I'm not freaked out by it. I'm just saying, like, I've never seen this many. He's like, that's not what those are.
Do you like make bird hatred exceptions for penguins, Marshall, since they like travel in packs?
Look. But penguins are especially lame.
He doesn't, guys. Now he hates all birds.
No, because penguins are pedophiles, dude.
That's true.
They are. Some of them are pedophiles.
That's true.
And they're bipedal, so fuck them. Like, they can't even fly.
Like, have you ever seen, like, any of the guys who go puffin hunting?
Mm-mm.
Like in Iceland, like they hunt puffins. They go on like on the sides of these big hills, and they take these nets and they like snatch these like little puffins to like take them back and cook them. I just like the thought of like watching Marshall here like catch a puffin just to use it to go beat a penguin.
It's clubbing baby seals with puffins.
No, the penguins.
No.
Yeah.
Fair. He probably likes seals. They hang out in groups. But giant seal harems.
Dude,
Have you seen these?
Dude, seals, like, they're, okay, a seal could take over a town. A group of seals could take over a town in South Africa.
Easily.
A group of kangaroos, a group of deer could take over
Why in
a
South
town.
Africa?
Well, because aren't there seals in South Africa? That's
I just like this. Like, I'm just imagining a cartoon with like a seal mob.
Dude, they could just walk up on the town and be like, this dock is ours. Either
They do look like they should be carrying violin cases and wearing fedoras.
No, the fedora would just slip off.
Yeah, but it'd be cute.
What about like an eyeglass? Can you have a seal with a bunch of eyeglasses?
Yeah.
A monocle.
Yeah.
Pince nez or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is it pince nez or pince nez?
I don't know.
Neither. I've only ever read it.
I don't know
what you're talking about.
It's like the glasses that you have to like. They don't have these.
Oh,
They just set
I got you.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother used to have a bunch of those lying around.
Gotcha. I think it's your card, Keaton.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait, no, it's Marshall's card. I'm sorry. Oh.
Let's go white.
Sad cards.
In what ways don't you trust yourself, Taylor?
In what ways do I trust myself? Jesus Christ. I don't. Probably just any kind of like organizational executive function way. Anything where I have to like be like scheduling things or like having an attention span. Like I'm constantly asking my roommate, Ani, like, hey, what do I have? What am I supposed to be doing? you know, like tomorrow or this weekend or something, just because like I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah, I got the same thing going on.
Bought so many planners that I've never used.
I don't know how many times I'm almost certainly like OCD, because I'm real bad about leaving the house and coming back and checking the exact same thing like 5 or 6 times.
Fair enough.
I don't know how much gas I've wasted just turning around and be like, did I? And then like I'll go and I'll look at it and then I'll leave again and be like, I don't remember checking that. And then,
I'm the opposite, because I'll come home and be like, oh, the oven's on. And gotta turn that off. I made a pizza earlier.
Haven't fucked up cooking anything ever. I mean,
well, the pizza was out. I didn't leave the pizza in the oven. The oven was just still.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm like forgetful, but I don't know. It's not that bad. It's not something that I would like worry about personally. I would say in which ways I don't trust myself. I'm addicted to tobacco, so probably gonna get some more tobacco.
It sounds like you trust yourself a lot to get some more tobacco.
Well, I mean, I'll be like,
pretty straightforward.
I should probably it's just an.
He's like, I'm incredibly consistent with this.
Sounds like a Kanye line. Like, I'm addicted to tobacco, so I'm probably gonna get some more tobacco. Who was in Paris? Keaton, I think it's your card.
Yeah, all right. We'll do one of. We'll say Marshall. When will marriage become obsolete in Western culture, and what will take its place? I like how
that's a good question. Actually,
well,
it's just
Maggie once credited me with this, and it was like, this is more bleak than the question I posed. Huh?
What was your form of the question? What's the Snyder cut of that card?
I didn't say when. I just said will.
Oh.
Which is far less pessimistic.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
I will say when. I was like, well, I'm just gonna take it as it like when. You know what I mean? But,
and she was adamant about it too. I said will, and she's like, when. I was like, okay.
That's funny.
I was just like,
That's funny.
It's like, am I the one who's divorced? I don't know.
I think marriage will become obsolete in Western culture when Western governments stop giving out major tax benefits to married people, and for like estate taxes and just like familial law.
Interesting.
Like until it becomes like not like 100% pointless. Like I mean, right now you could say it's already dying, like in terms of religion, like people getting married for religion or just like family. A lot of reasons.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, is marriage really even going down that? I could just be speaking out of my ass. I don't fucking know.
Familial is an interesting word, because like it sounds like one of those times when you lose control of your tongue in the middle of a word.
Familial. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is one. It is one, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. Well, I will say I have no fucking clue. But will marriage become when? It'll become obsolete when the governments no longer give a crap about maintaining any like probably say like a nuclear family, and just to like pump out more like gig work kind of like economy in terms of like pushing consumerism and just stuff like that, so you're always on the go. And then though marriage will be like, what's the point of marriage? I mean, we're not gonna we want to tax the hell out of you. We don't care that your dad had a family and your mom has a family, and they're just gonna write it off into estate tax and you don't have to pay capital gains on it, like stuff like that. I mean, what about you, Taylor? Do you think when?
Sounds like your family makes more money than mine does.
No, I think about I just think about all the families that I have relationships with that make way more money than me, probably. And then I'm like, wow, you guys have totally different set of problems than I do. Honestly, your problems sound a little bit. I would like your problems. I would just say that.
I don't think you would.
No, dude, you just gotta like pay people, read some books and shit, fill out paperwork. Me, I'm like, God, I really get to do shit every day. Hope it works out always. You know?
Yeah.
I'm very confused as to what you think our lives are like.
Whose lives?
I don't. I mean, you gotta do shit every day, you know?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Damn, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keaton's in his contentment era.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no. Things are more stressful than ever.
Gotcha.
But like, you know, it's like I don't spend my days crying on a forklift now.
Episode title.
Yeah, I like that.
Forklift is very much the working class golf cart. No, there's a bleak juxtaposition there between a forklift and a golf cart.
Yeah, except for like one is the epitome of leisure, and the other is you're never getting out of this.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that's what I said.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought you might have been saying different, like maybe golf cart. You're like, I don't know, driving around on one.
Golf cart accidents are almost always funny, and forklift accidents are almost never.
I've seen those videos. Forklift accidents are funny as hell, dude. What are you talking about? Not for the person in them.
Dude. Man, I once had I once had somebody like jump out at me like he thought it was a good idea like to hide behind a column and like jump out at me as I was like rolling across. It was just like, dude, this is not how a diabetic is supposed to lose his feet. It's like, oh, I was pissed. Well, I couldn't be that pissed because it was my supervisor.
Fuck.
Marshall, what's something you never knew you would enjoy until you tried it?
Everything?
Dude, I mean, well, yeah, well...
There's some things I was pretty sure I was going to enjoy going in.
But you didn't know.
Some things I didn't know I would enjoy.
Okay, Socrates.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna actually say that almost ass backwards. It's to you, Keaton. Anything that I do, I'm pretty much like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. Otherwise, I won't do it. So in terms of you, I'm total opposite. So something that I didn't think that I would enjoy that I ended up doing anyways, and then I just didn't know until I tried it. Okay. There's probably like going to see a movie alone, dude. I was like, this is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna go see this movie alone just because I don't really care. I'm like,
what was the movie?
I think it was like Star Wars 7 or something.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I saw that like 2 or 3 times alone just because I was like bored in the middle of winter break. When I had first got a car, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then I'd get to the movie theater, I'm like, there's something I want to watch.
Yeah.
Let me just spend money and watch this movie again. It was kind of cool. But I mean, I'm sure there's probably a way better answer out there between the two of you.
Yeah, what do you got, Keaton?
Death metal?
You didn't think that you were gonna like death metal?
No.
Actually, why is that? Like, why the adamancy in that no?
I actually like it's weird that I got into like I'm not so much into it anymore, but like I got really into metal there for a while.
Keaton had a big music phase,
and I didn't think I would enjoy it because it was like the singing just sounded like noise. And it was like I actually like.
But then you learn how impressive it is that they're not breaking the vocal cords doing those throat shouts, man.
It was actually the band Nothing Face that got me into metal because like
Nothing Face.
Yeah, it was like their early albums before they like got popular because it changed a lot. But like there was a like Cargo Largo, like when I was a kid, like I just to expose myself, they had like. I would just go in there and you could buy CDs for like 50 cents. And I would just go and I would look at the record labels and like anything I recognized. Like I would just buy stacks and stacks of cheap CDs and just start going through them. Just because I would just sort of like I was voracious. I just consumed everything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I was trying everything and like metal was the one that surprised me. I was just like, I really enjoy this album, and that sort of like opened up that avenue to me.
Oh yeah.
Because before that, like, you know, like I listened to rock, but like, you know, it was also like it was mainly like rock, funk, that type of stuff.
It's a good time.
I'll say kind of opposite of this. What's something that you never knew you'd enjoy until you tried it? Something that I thought I would like, but then it ended up happening. I didn't like it. So whenever my relationship first started, my girlfriend would make fun of me for being like from Western, not even Western Kansas, but just like closer. And then she'd be like, "You're a hick." And then she grew to like country music. And then I did not like that. It was like the fake country accent, so odd. Hate that on somebody who can't do it.
Yeah.
But you know,
I don't even like a real country accent. Okay, listen,
I like a Louisianan accent. Like
that could be fun.
Well, I mean, but then like the closer you get to like Florida, I feel like the more you lose it.
Okay.
And so like by the time you get to like Georgia, like Georgia's all right actually, but like North Alabama is weird. I've had buddies from all these different parts, and I definitely I felt like there's like a calmness about the Louisianan one,
yeah.
And then I feel like there's like a friendliness to the Georgian kind of, if I could describe it best. I mean, I just probably the best word I could just say is friendly, and then like the other one is like calmer.
I always forget that you were in the military.
Dude, it doesn't even count. 100% does not. I mean,
why doesn't it count?
Dishonorable discharge?
No. But
wasn't it?
No, but
what was it?
A general under honorable conditions.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
But no.
But it doesn't even count, dude. He doesn't care.
No, I never did my job or anything.
It's overrated.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's what they say. That's what they say.
All right, I think it is my turn.
It is your turn.
Is torture ever permissible, Michael? I feel like you definitely answered this before, but that's okay. Torture ever permissible?
Is torture ever permissible?
Some people like it.
That's
yeah. With consent.
Yeah. I mean, like.
Is that torture though? I feel like like tickle torture. That's not really consent.
How about you consent to some torture, and then we'll do it to you, and then you can tell us whether that felt like torture.
Okay, I see. I think I see where you're going.
Subscribe to the Patreon. You can get the OnlyFans content. No.
I mean, do I feel it should be only with consent? But
yeah.
I feel like me personally, if you sign up for it, it's not torture. Can't be.
Oh yeah.
How long have you been working?
Look, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I just wouldn't call it torture. Like if you.
What about a job?
I mean, I was in the military. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I couldn't call it. I hated it, but I couldn't say like they tortured me. Okay. Even though I want to, you know what I mean? There's lots of jobs that I've
you
not
can,
even really
you can torture yourself.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, that's fair.
But do you always consent to torturing yourself?
I feel like that's if you torture
Sometimes
yourself.
You feel like you have to.
Right. So you're not consenting.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just playing semantics.
Oh, yeah.
That's all any of this is.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what we mean by maybe. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, torture's probably okay sometimes.
I don't know why that hit me, but it just I feel like torture's probably okay sometimes. That's funny.
Well,
it's all up to you, Keaton.
He has his own Guantanamo pond.
Definitely a.
This is the most. This is the chillest. Yeah, I like. The
I mean,
cards.
it flows good. Like
I hate this fucking question.
Ooh, why?
Because it's so banal.
Okay.
Let me look that up real quick.
I got a banal question.
Plate. Like, what is your biggest obstacle towards peace?
Consent.
I was asking the plate because that's it's just as interesting.
You just don't care about
I mean,
well, you care about inner peace. Yeah, Marshall. What's your biggest obstacle towards peace?
So like my tobacco addiction, and then I'd probably just say like money because I'm constantly like I have to pay.
Because you keep buying all this tobacco.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too. But I'm more talking like my like income to expense ratio in terms of that. Like, I mean, I don't own a house or anything like that.
Me either, dude.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to pay rent, right? So, I mean, I feel like eventually you end up like stop thinking about money. Maybe if you get lucky in life, or if you just work harder, or however it works.
So I mean, thinking about like, finances, big obstacle like, towards peace.
Yeah, and I feel like that's for like just a lot of people. It doesn't stop.
Got it.
It goes on forever, every day in your life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Resource scarcity.
There you go.
Big obstacle towards peace.
Yep.
Economists have been talking about that for a minute.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think inflation too, man. That's every day I'm just battling. No, I don't even think about it. Like,
yeah.
Which philosopher was it that said, "Every day I'm shuffling"?
Yeah, the middle class is basically gone at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit out there, but not really. I don't know, dude. I feel like every fucking time. So I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in Johnson County. So.
Oh, the middle class is just like the not homeless yet class now.
It's like
you've got homeless, not homeless, upper class.
Like for like to have the like amount of financial resources like that the middle class had in like the 40s. Is it like wouldn't you have to have like something like make a quarter million a year
in the 40s? Yeah.
Well, no, like nowadays you have to have like a $250,000 for like
yeah.
But I was gonna say it feels always so like I always forget like just maybe I'll drive back to Gardner somewhere in Johnson County, literally anywhere in Johnson County, and then I'll drive like to Wyandotte or somewhere in Kansas City, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't get much. I'm sure there's like nicer places around or whatever, but then I'm like, no, Johnson County is just so fucking above and beyond. Like, if you keep going out, like this is kind of like this is a city. This is a nicer area. Like you can kind of go and find your neighborhoods in different cities, but like. I think it skews my mind so much.
It's depressing. It's like it doesn't get better.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is it. Like not just in the United States, but then like also.
Yeah.
I mean, you start going out to the world, and you're like, okay, this is kind of.
And then you go to the places where people talk about this is the nicest place. Everyone wants to kill themselves still. Yeah. Like it's.
Well, even if you go to the nicer places, you're like, I feel like for me, if I went to like fucking, I don't know, just some place in Greece or some shit, or like Italy, and then I went there and they're like, this is the nicest place we have.
Still just going to be full of people that want to be somewhere else.
That, or like, it just seems kind of like regular. I'm like, I've seen nice shit before. Yeah. It's been my entire life. So like, your nice shit isn't even that nice. We're all fucking just stupid turd throwers.
I kind of feel like these cookies look like every grandmother's jewelry in the 1980s.
It's a jewelry bowl.
The cookies do look very Johnson County, you know.
I mean,
they're decadent.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Marshall, what illegal action will be legalized in the next 10 years, and what effect will it have on your life?
What illegal action will be legalized in the next 10 years? What illegal action will be legalized?
No. Never coming back,
man.
I think it will.
Probably taking home classified documents.
That is the best answer I've heard.
Yeah, probably. Definitely gonna get legalized.
You win.
What effect will that have on your life?
Oh, I'm not gonna notice a fucking difference except maybe on the news page on my phone.
Yeah. You won't have to sign all the medical release forms.
True. Oh, I messed up the camera. Now it's all blurry. There it is. It's back. Good.
All right, I think I'm up. I'm gonna get I don't know what color I asked last time, but that's okay. Oh, I definitely want to ask Michael this one. What difficult or painful experience would you recommend to everybody?
Difficult or painful experience? I mean, I've been chastised for this answer before, but exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
It's difficult and painful.
I mean, like learning any skill.
Would you call anything learning like difficult or painful? That's what I was gonna ask.
Like most skills, like require a pretty significant level of both difficulty and pain.
I would agree. I feel like, I mean, there's certain things. Okay, can we, when we talk painful here, I want to say like physical pain. But if I say that, would you say like exercise is physically painful? Because I really wouldn't.
Only if you do it right. No.
No, I mean, I feel like only if you do it wrong should it physically be painful. I mean, like it should, like your body should feel like tired, you know, but it shouldn't be like physically painful. But I mean, like, should you like legitimately fucking run 27 miles one time and make your heart feel like it's gonna explode? I don't know. I feel like that
could be fun.
I mean, like to an extent, like like exercise shouldn't be physically painful, but like in a marathon would be. I guess there's like different levels to this.
I would actually like I do have something to add to this.
Let's go.
Subjecting yourself to constant social, emotional pain, because we've gone too far in the other direction where like people are so self-obsessed and like they're so protective of themselves that it's gone. Like we've gone from one unhealthy extreme to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like people no longer have the tools to like function within a society.
Yeah.
I think people don't know how to like be wrong a lot, or not like a lot, but like when it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like in like a social situation, I feel like you're kind of always.
Well, I think that the idea that we can have theoretical access to the right answer on so many things now, just with like smartphone technology and like the internet and stuff, and the idea of like the canonization of fact and everything, and it all being accessible theoretically, it gives there's an illusion of an implied responsibility for everyone to know the right answer to everything now, because we can. And so if you could know the right answer to something, what kind of a piece of shit are you if you don't? So there just needs to be a bit more general acceptance of ignorance to an extent, like not ignorance in the way of like refusing to know things, but just being more accepting of just the state of not fucking knowing something sometimes.
Well, not just that, but it's just also the ability to both express criticism in a healthy way and then in turn receive it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And probably so express, receive, and then acknowledge. Maybe sometimes you don't know fucking anything, but you still like, sure you can express and sure you will receive, but like, I mean, whether you do know or not, that doesn't mean like either way you're gonna. I feel like y'all are catching my drift on whether you know or not. People are going to express and receive their opinion to you, and I feel like you shouldn't just die on a hill whether or not you're talking to an intelligent person.
We're just leaning more and more like into the there's this sort of like consent or consensus that like, you know, there is no objective reality, so objective reality doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
And I was about to say, I feel like kind of leaning in towards like the objective reality doesn't matter because maybe we don't agree on it, like maybe you don't agree on exactly what it is or whatever, but I feel like it's leaning towards more people should, maybe not should, but it's like giving like disrespect towards your opinion. Like it's like a mind your own business kind of thing. No, there's no dialogue for anything anymore. It's just one like incessant.
We say to each other on a podcast.
Like it's one and like incessant cacophony of monologues like happening simultaneously.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock-on effect of the internet.
That's Curtis.
Let's check. Nope.
Damn.
Right.
Curtis, we're so sad you're not here.
We're so sad you're not here, Curtis.
Damn, Curtis.
I know. You are loved.
Why did you cancel? No, I'm kidding.
What was your most disappointing sexual experience, Taylor?
Most disappointing sexual experience. I don't know. I think I don't know. Nothing sticks out off the top of my head right now.
Okay, I got one.
They're all just pretty bad. You know? No.
When I was in the 6th grade, I was playing Truth or Dare.
Okay.
Well, we were playing Spin the Bottle, actually. Or
Gotcha,
whatever. And then the other boy made the 2 girls kiss. And it was really anticlimactic. I thought it was going to be cooler. Wasn't that cool. Anyways.
Interesting. Valid.
I know you have one.
The most disappointing sexual experience is one I am not willing to share. Not for my sake, but for others.
It always is.
Yes. The most horrifying is like, say, like in my youth, like if you would like go in for the kiss and then it isn't reciprocated.
Yeah.
That's what I missed. That was also
bad news bears.
Yeah.
And
missing, I feel like, is embarrassing too, because like they're trying to kiss you and then you just suck.
You know what? Yeah. That's. I think that's probably my first kiss. Technically, was
Like bonk noses or something. That's what I did. I think.
No, it was just. It just like I kind of missed, but then like didn't like we didn't like readjust to like try again. You just
kept
committed to this like misaligned kiss.
I feel she wasn't a part of it, was she?
She was not. She was not. She just relates for different reasons, I guess. Or is just horrified at the hypothetical. And it was at a Sonic.
Yeah, dude, Sonic's great for just pulling in and kissing. It's like a little kissing booth, honestly.
And then it was just one kiss, and then we left the Sonic, went our separate ways, and then after that I got a text asking how was that, and and it just wasn't a great and it was like 14 minutes later too. Like this is an awkward amount of time to elapse before deposition. And I was like, yeah, it was good. They were like, what, only good? And I was like,
how old,
fuck?
How old were you when you finally learned how to like talk through these things? Be like to admit, it's like, that wasn't the greatest. What needs to be adjusted?
I think I'll probably be 34.
All right.
Roughly. I'll give myself until I'm 37 before I really need to get on that. But in the best of all possible worlds, I'll never have to. Just get around to it. Keaton, I think it's your card.
All right. What are these? Like, what is the difference between these?
These cards are called crystal ball cards. The questions about the future.
Okay.
And then these cards are called potpourri cards, which just means stuff.
I want to go stuff question.
This is a stuff question, actually. It's in the wrong pile.
Oh, okay.
But you can see that the purple scribbles versus the green, blue, and yellow scribbles.
You messed up the Star of David.
It's a really rough Star of David, for sure.
Yeah, that was
it's like the Brexiteers from Israel, you know. It's the
no, it's it's the Jewish Saved by the Bell members. Okay. Finally hit you. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I regret this now.
Shout out to the potpourri cards.
Taylor, how many creative projects are you working on right now, and what are they?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's see. Well, we got stand-up going.
So I feel like we have two extremes going on here. like Marshall isn't doing anything, and Taylor is doing way too much.
Yeah.
You wanna? I'll delegate some of my creative projects to you. We got stand-up going. Theoretically, I'm working on this music album with another creative person. That's making slow progress. Writing a television pilot with another creative person. That's making super slow. I just recently got fired off of another TV pilot project. That was nice. Had to happen. And then
I'm curious.
I'm glad I didn't have to do it myself. I was invited into some group chats after conversations about with a comic in the scene who was trying to develop a show. Yeah, and then had some conversations about a separate creative thing. And then after that, I got passive aggressively removed from all group chats for this other project, and so that was a good time. Shout out.
Interesting.
I think that's all I got going on right now. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Marshall, do you have anything to?
Dude, I'm not doing anything, but I do.
Oh, the
I got
podcast.
I got
You say
like
you got a
camera.
kid?
No,
Oh,
I got
a camera. Okay.
for my buddy for my birthday,
Nice.
last month, and I have like one idea, but I don't think I'm ever gonna work on it.
Why? Why are you never going to work on it?
I
You
don't
have
know.
the idea. You have the camera.
It's video content, and I feel like it's like odd. You know what I mean?
It's an OnlyFans. What?
No, it's just one little skit, and I feel like it's like 6 seconds or whatever. I feel like it'd be
Put it
weird
on
to,
TikTok.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like odd about like if I'm gonna be posting online content, I feel like I should do it like consistently. If I do it like one time, I'm like, why am I doing this?
Well, if you never do it one time, you're never going to do it consistently.
Yeah, it's true. I'm really digging these sprinkles, dude.
Right?
Just,
Yeah, me too. I'm starting to reach over and just eat sprinkles. It's a good time. Marshall, at what age should children be given the talk, and by whom?
I think in this society now, they shouldn't have an age where they're given the talk. I feel like you should just probably be, like, sex should be, like, something that people, like, I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, my parents talked about sex. They talked about, like, just shit that happened, or I had older brothers, and, like, so we were just talking about it. And then I didn't have to, like, it was just something that we talked about. It wasn't a talk, more so. It was kind of like, oh, one night, my 15-year-old brother is talking about how he's talking with a girl, so then the dad's like, hey, you better be buying fucking condoms.
Yeah.
Just shit like that.
Gotcha.
So I feel like it wasn't necessarily like a talk. It was more just like, so I never did really have a sex ed though. I don't really know exactly what a labia is. I'm just kind of down there, you know, doing my best. Yeah. It's what Michael's here for.
Keaton, 13, 15, and 19, go.
I actually have no qualms with like the way I was raised with this. Like, apparently I was an educational TV junkie as a kid,
Gotcha.
and like I was, like I'm told I would just like I was having conversations like I could go through all the steps of the female reproductive cycle before living memory.
Nice.
So it was just sort of like my parents never withheld any sort of education from us. Like if questions were asked, questions were answered.
Nice.
And I was exposed to a lot just because they were like pretty much the only stuff that I wasn't allowed to have access to was anything that was like pornographic.
Fair.
Yeah, makes sense. Actually, is this the one? Okay.
These are the potpourri cards, which just
I
means
think that's
stuff.
like I think that's one of the benefits of having like real young parents is like they just went through this. So,
Yeah.
So they're
there's
like
less
you
time
can
for them to feel
handle
weird
more.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. If the other people in the room were fruits, what fruits would they be, Michael?
Taylor obviously would be a durian.
Damn. Oh.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I don't think it is.
It's greatly appreciated, but only by a select few number of people.
It's got a cult following for sure.
Duran.
And
Dang, those things are spiky.
Marshall here's
They're like pineapple apples.
I have people complain about how spiky I am frequently.
I mean, I couldn't even say they're like pineapple apple. I mean, it looks like pineapple mango.
I'm
It's
gonna
like a spiky mango.
yeah, but it has a rotten onion taste to it.
Oh, that's Dang. No, I can't believe you did that to you, Taylor.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But no, like it's, but it is
A rotten onion or a spicy?
It's really good for you.
It's a delicacy amongst certain people.
nutrients.
I'm gonna go with a kiwi, just because I
can see it.
Got a little bit of banana on my interior.
Well, no, like I'm thinking it's sort of you're more unassuming than people would think, but if you're not used to it, it can be surprising.
I got a hairy outside, hairy skin.
And a green, juicy inside.
Mm-hmm. With some banana. Dude, I swear the banana. It's banana on the interior. I'll never let go of that. People act like it's not.
You think if we cloned the shit out of kiwis, we could also get them into weird long shapes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could we make them like banana shaped though? Or do you think this would be just like long, like eggplant kind of?
We gotta.
Is a kiwi technically a berry? I know that's
don't
still
berries have to have like the seeds on the outside or something, or is it that, or are raspberries not berries because of that?
Well, because I know that a banana is technically a berry, and like you think about like the seeds.
Aren't there like 3 different scientific classifications of berry? Aren't there like 3 different kinds of berries themselves? Because like there's the weird like are strawberries berries, and like it's like no, they're not this kind of berry, but they are this kind of berry or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like strawberries, like I think
fruits, aren't
like the seeds on the outside are technically the fruit.
Gotcha. What about apples then?
Dude, the naming of all the vegetables and fruits
it's not real.
is just some bull. Yeah, they're just plants.
Like apples is probably a technicality that it comes off of a wood, like a wooded, like a tree. It's a tree fruit.
Yeah, I think isn't that kind of the difference between fruit and vegetables? It's like vegetables are on the ground and fruit are on like trees or sprouts. But
I mean, like our lettuce is a vegetable.
I mean, those are technically sprouts, aren't they?
I just want to be a vegetable.
Is there like Hedgeberg lettuce?
Someday.
Hedgeberg lettuce is a vegetable because it's just like if you put like the seed in and it's like if you pulled out a potato. And the potato is a vegetable, right? Or is that just a starch? Like, see, this shit's
for whatever.
Is it a vegetable or a starch?
For whatever reason, I heard Hedberg vegetable.
I was trying to figure out how to make a good Mitch Hedgeberg joke for
Fuck it, cut him up.
Okay, so
there you go.
Recently I've been really digging like syrup. So at my work we have to make like batch liquors, and we make mixed drinks. So we'll pour like puree syrup in there. So we'll have like vanilla syrup or kiwi syrup, and like the other day I went home and I was just craving syrup. You know what I mean? And but what I like about the syrups is like if you get strawberry or raspberry, they taste like raspberry. But in Coke and like everything that we eat, we have corn syrup. But corn syrup doesn't taste like fucking corn. Dude, it's how the hell? How does it?
Yeah. What are you talking about? You haven't been writing. You gotta get out to the mics
today.
with that, dude. You gotta get out to the mics with that.
Just happened today.
Comedy Club this Tuesday, dude.
Yeah, but it's just been bothering me because Coke's one of my favorite drinks. Corn syrup. Corn? I don't know, man.
Yeah, where's the cocaine syrup?
I mean, they do import the cocoa leaf. They're like the only ones who are like...
They do. They grow it. They grow the cocoa leaf in there, and they have special cocoa that the cacao, whatever you're supposed to cacao plants that don't have the psychoactive cocaine in it that they don't let you inspect.
But the one in St. Louis is the only cocaine plant, so we don't have that. We have like whoever's stealing cocaine in the U.S. out of that plant, it's local. So it's medical grade coke, local. Yeah. I mean statewide. I mean I don't know how far it gets. I don't know. They probably don't even get any out. Not very much. Not enough.
Koch brothers would be a great band name.
Yeah.
Just a punk rock duo.
You think they could do it like Koch brothers if that was our name?
Yeah.
I mean like legally, because.
Oh yeah.
Get the whole Coke.
Coca-Cola pop in their head.
Yeah, no, I think someone should try.
Yeah, go to the battle, legal battle.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, it's just they don't own the cocaine.
Fight the system. Yeah, they don't own the cocaine.
The Colombians do.
Right.
Am I up?
Yeah. Wait. Probably.
Which one? What was the last one?
Did you ask Michael who the other people in the room would be?
Yeah, with their fruits. Yeah, Michael, you're up.
Oh, okay.
and the potpourri.
Is there any normalized idea or behavior that you believe should be regarded as abnormal? I'm just gonna throw this to the table.
Okay.
Last night at my job, there's swingers, and they're just like I can't keep a straight face at it, but because it's just so odd to me. Like, whenever there's a man making out with a woman,
Why are they called
grinding
swingers?
Because I think they're swinging from tree to tree. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's dumb. We need a better name for these people.
Yeah.
Idiots. No.
I remember when I was 20, I got me and my girlfriend got propositioned by some swingers that we worked with, and it was like, I don't want to say it was disgusting because I liked them.
But it bummed you out. You just say it bummed you out.
Like it was a soft sell. Like, they were just like, "Hey, you guys want to go to a party?" And we were just like, "Yeah." And they said, and then like one of them was just like, "No, I mean, do you want to go to a party?" And we were just like, "Yeah."
Like, it's a key party.
Like, they're like, "No. Do you want to come party?" And then like finally it was just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But that's sweet, but
Appreciate the thought, buddy. But did you feel guilt or shame for?
kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I felt ageist at the time because they were much older.
See, look at you feeling good. Gosh, man, I feel like I'm sure you've worked through it. I won't dive into it. I mean, it's how you said you were 20 and the swingers approached you at work.
Yeah, well, it was like it wasn't like an approach. It was just sort of a casual, like, everybody was talking, and then it came up and just like, "Hey, we're going to a party. Hey, you guys want to go to a party?" It was just like, "All right." It was like, "Yeah." It was like, "Why wouldn't we?"
Yeah. I love parties.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it seems more abnormal to ask, "Do you want to go do drugs and sex with me?" Maybe that shouldn't be. But Dave, I mean,
I gotta start just walking up to people and asking that.
Yeah,
you want to go do drugs and sex with me?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I don't. Anytime, regardless of whether they say yes or no, I just say interesting and walk away.
I had a problem for a while. It's like when I when I was doing mushrooms a lot. Like, you know, like, I would ask people, it's like, "Hey, you want to go do drugs with me?" And they assume the sex. It's just like, no, just the drugs. Like,
yeah. You're like, "No, I just wanted to chill and watch Netflix."
Well, no, like, I would suggest, like, it was like, "Yeah, let's go to the museum," and then
lay in the grass and
they're like, "I thought you wanted to fuck in the museum."
Yeah,
what are you talking about? We're back. We had a rare jump cut sighting on the show. That's crazy. But now here we are, 5 seconds later, and
all right. Is yelling and fighting in relationships yelling during fighting in relationships terrible and avoidable, or something that happens and typical and inevitable? I have double vision.
Nice.
That's why I have these glasses on.
There we go. What are we?
Also Michael, by the way.
Nice.
Yelling fights are typically staged and fantastic. Because it's fun to annoy your neighbors.
You're answering as Dustin Slentz, right?
Okay.
Come on the show.
You just gonna leave me hanging on that?
Dustin Slintz as Ric Flair, forgetting that he's in character as Ric Flair.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I think that they're all of those things. I think that I don't think I'm the first person to even say that on the podcast. That it's like, yeah, no, yelling fights in relationships, they're typical, they're inevitable, they're horrible, and they're avoidable. Like, in most cases, like there's no inevitable yelling fight that wasn't technically avoidable. You just didn't.
I think I may have had 10 in my entire life, and I've spent half of my life in relationships.
Yeah. And yet, you haven't had 0.
That's true.
You've just avoided more of them than the average, probably.
Yeah, that may just be because I'm like, you know, I'm so passive.
Michael has an air of contentment about him. Yeah. It's pretty good. Anyone else have anything to say about the? Yeah, that I think we did find the thumbnail there. That was pretty good.
I mean, I think maybe they are terrible, and usually they can be avoidable. But if there's certain things that happen in relationships, then they are typical and inevitable. Like, I mean, there's things that probably happen that you could all think of right now that be like yelling and fighting. Yeah, I'd probably yell and fight at that because maybe it's justified a little bit. Maybe not like.
You're answering as Pat McCarthy, right?
Shut up, nerd.
Man, the viewers are going to think that we were doing so many drugs between the cuts. This is.
Cut means drugs.
We don't know what was in the cookies.
It's true.
Yeah,
We know that we've just been liking these sprinkles more and more the more we've been eating them. That's all we know. They just get better
And
the
they
more of them.
smell like incense for some reason.
They smell like my grandmother's 80s jewelry.
Dusty. All right.
White
Is this me?
Yeah,
Or are we still?
it is you,
okay.
yeah.
Romantic question.
Hell yeah.
Because I love you, Taylor.
Aw. Gross.
How easy is it for you to orgasm? I think we should go around the table.
As the
ridiculously easy.
ridiculously easy.
Yep.
Ah, you're so young.
Yep. I honestly think that it's probably never been easier.
Nice. Are you happy about that? That's good, right?
I don't think it can't be a bad thing.
Yeah. As the I don't know. It depends. It's a case by case thing, right? Like it's a what's
yeah, but
how's
like,
it
like,
how's
like
it
you have
hanging?
an average.
Yeah, but it doesn't say how long does it take. It's like how easy is it?
Yeah.
So like, sure, with the right stimulus, yeah, it's like asking an ADHD kid like, how easy is it for you to focus, right? It's like, well, how
kinda.
interesting is what's happening?
Yeah,
you know,
am I playing a first-person shooter? Because if I'm an ADHD kid, I could do
I
that
could
for
fuck up a first-person
36
shooter.
hours straight.
Yeah.
Not even on a tab of acid, just doing it.
If it's a first-person shooter, I can orgasm. I'm something of a first-person shooter myself.
For me, also easier than ever, but still not very.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Progress. It's progress.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, yeah.
We're happy for you, Dustin.
Woo!
Ah! It's good.
Do you want to ask a question for the future?
Yeah, let's ask a question for the future, of the future, and by the future. I hate this question so much.
Pick a different one.
Anything
will.
about like
Like it's the last one. Go ahead.
I'll set it there so that the viewers get to see what it was real quick.
My glasses are polarized. I can't read this.
Yeah, mine are not prescription, so. Okay.
Dude, we could be on that one for a minute. No, you're good, dude. I'm just saying, like, that's a crazy question. It's
Yeah.
okay though.
I'm curious of the wording of how long do you think it will be before the borders of the United States are challenged by civil war? Like, doesn't a civil war happen within the borders?
I think that means like if
I
there's
think it's
something would
within
somebody
the
would
borders.
see- I mean, yeah, but like
You're not
you can-
challenging the borders.
I know, but like, say,
Is it like Mexico's having a civil war and it's like fucking with our borders? Like
actually,
the
this-
Canadian civil war is encroaching.
This was a this was a me question.
Okay.
And it was amongst the states.
Amongst yeah, but
okay,
but
no,
it's
so look,
Borders
if you
within-
have a civil
the,
war with
the borders
of
within the United States.
of the United States. So
say I even want to do civil war, and you're like, I'm gonna do the new U.S. government. Well, Texas might be like, nah, bro, we have a new National Guard. We have like a state guard or whatever the hell, and we want a Texas. So I don't care what you have. And now we have like and now next thing you know, all the states are like, we don't care about your new government and all this. So I feel like any civil war, like, even if somebody was like, yeah, we're gonna have a new America, you could still have a whole bunch of the other states being like, I'm not gonna be a part of the new America. You can think like California, Texas. I mean, hell, Alaska. Like, why would Alaska not want it? I don't know.
This was a conglomerate question that sort of got muddled by multiple people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Valid.
So what is the new question, anyways?
What foods in your current diet will no longer be available in 50 years? Table.
My current diet, dude. You guys think Cheez-Its are gonna be around?
For 50 years? How long have they been
yes.
around? I mean, they're pretty old. Yeah, they probably will be.
No,
They're just a cracker, dude.
As long as there's no civil war.
No, the flour mill I worked at, like 80% of our product went to making Cheez-Its. like when the pandemic hit, like, you know, we were busier than ever because people just couldn't get enough Cheez-Its when they weren't going outside.
Dude, that's so true. I had yeah. Shout out to so many of my friends who I ate so many Cheez-Its while I was at other people's houses in the first 2 years of
I don't know what it was, but it made life miserable. I was making a lot of money. But
it's the way it goes.
What else do
Dude,
you guys eat?
I just want Sierra Mist back. I really do.
What? It's gone?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't even know, dude.
I feel like I'm gonna, in my 40s somewhere, I just know that I'm gonna buy like a 2 liter of Sierra Mist off of eBay for like $500.
Are you gonna drink it?
I'm gonna drink it and I'm gonna kill myself. Because I just spent $500 on a flat 2 liter of Sierra Mist.
Dude, you're gonna be like rolling and you're gonna drink it, and
Hopefully.
then you probably mix it with like some really good vodka or something.
Yeah, some Kettle One.
Yeah, and then like cucumber or something with your lemonade, lime or whatever the hell.
You're just gonna buy an undrinkable 6-pack and just date them, and like, you know, just every year one undrinkable 6-pack, and then, like, you know, then like someday you're gonna go back and be like, yeah, this was a good vintage.
That's pretty good. I like that. I'm not a big fan of the cucumber in the water thing. I had that for the first time today. I was at a food place today that they didn't put ice in the water. They just put a single slice of cucumber in it, and I was like, who is this for?
I think tomatoes are gonna turn into something else because we keep changing them.
I feel like we won't really have like ketchup like we do in 50 years. Like, I think it'll be a totally different thing. Like, which sounds weird, but
Just be barbecue sauce.
No, I just think like that it'll become like a like almost like a cheese or something, like a cheese.
Doritos
whiz.
is gonna get
It'll be like
hold
a
of that.
whiz kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's sort of like how when you get the cheap guacamole at certain Mexican places, it's really just like green sour cream.
Yeah, something like that. Like it'll kind of turn into like a more thick, like not like a tomato salsa kind of thing that it kind of came from.
Kind of like how none of us have ever really had wasabi.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Go off.
Yeah.
It's just that little weird green dough. What the hell?
Well, it's like wasabi. Like it's actually like a really rare root, and it's super expensive. And like if you go get sushi at a place that has real wasabi, the chemical reaction that makes it spicy like happens so quickly that like generally you have to like it stops being spicy after about 45 minutes. So like you have to fresh grate it and then eat it like right then.
Interesting. That's odd.
Yeah. So that's why what we're eating is like wasabi laced horseradish. Yeah, like it's got the flavor of the wasabi, but like, you know, the chemicals are degraded long ago, so that's why it's all horseradish.
I can tell you, those Quick Trip hot dogs are not going to be around in 50 years. I eat a lot of those.
Yeah, they spoil awful fast. Like they start looking like a wrinkly dick after like 4 hours.
Dude, I'm more concerned by the chili that comes out. The chili for those hot dogs that comes out of that's not chili.
I don't use that thing. I
wouldn't be surprised if it.
I use it. It
was
tastes
like
fantastic.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bean paste.
I don't want to think about that because I don't like bean pastes, but I love this chili that comes out of the machine at Quick Trip onto my hot dog. And you put the chili on it, you put the nacho cheese over that, and you just taste the cancer.
I've been told to be very wary of like all 7-Eleven and like Shell and just like any not Quick Trip or like high-end corporate chain.
Did Quick Trip tell you that?
No, just they have like mold in all their machines because they don't clean them.
Well, yeah, they're like Keurigs. They're probably really hard to clean.
Well, I mean, whatever it is, it's just like, oh, I never even thought about that, and then I get their coffee the next day, but I don't. Now I have to not think about it because I'm still gonna get the coffee. There's another thing I'm addicted to. It's okay though. That one's illegal.
Valid.
You know, everybody loves caffeine.
Yeah. Well, we're wrapping our second hour. For those, I think everyone knows the deal. And when we wrap up the show, I play ukulele for a couple minutes while everyone goes around and tells the audience their final thoughts, anything you want them to think about over the week. If you have anything to plug, go nuts. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna start with Marshall.
All right. First of all these triangles fucking suck. They're just like not appealing to look at. Like that one's weird. This one's like 2 triangles inside of a triangle. This one, it's my final triangle. I'll show you all. It's not even like, they're all abstract triangles. They're not even real triangles. I don't know. They could just be cooler looking. Could have tried harder on the triangles, Maggie. What the fuck?
Keaton, this is your time to come forward if you drew these triangles.
I feel like there's too much love in the triangles.
True.
Like too much infighting. I'm not.
Too many yelling fights.
Yes. Also, I'm rather disappointed in Taylor's repeated insistence on ignoring my wish for anonymity. Like my name keeps getting said over and over, and I would just like to be a pile of meat that sits here with opinions.
Spay and neuter your friends, everybody. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
To your friends, everybody. Have a good time. Special thanks to Dustin Slint and Pat McCarthy for taking time out of their days to come on the show. Everybody have fun. Fuck, I'm gonna miss this shot. I know it. I missed it.
You're gonna hit the TV.
Nope. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else do I have? Oh, I didn't reach.
This is upsetting.
That was gonna hit.
Taylor.
I knew it was gonna hit. It just didn't reach. Hang on. Ready?
No.
It's gonna work.
No.
Those are mine.
You are.
Okay, fine. I gotta. Hang on. This is gonna work. That's too heavy.
Taylor, you already hit it.
Did it hit?
With the ball.
No, it didn't.
It moved.
It didn't hit it though. Well, I'm trusting that's true. And if there's no ripple in the line, then that'll do it. If you saw Keaton do that to the camera, you know that Ani was gaslighting me.